Hello everyone, and welcome to UFO Evidence, your home for exploring the great unknown. Today we're diving deep into some of the most compelling and baffling UFO footage ever captured. These are the videos that have stumped experts, defied conventional explanation, and continue to fuel the debate about what's really out there. Are we alone? Let's look at the evidence and you can decide for yourself. First up, we have the famous gimbal video, released by the Pentagon in 2017 but filmed by U.S. Navy pilots back in 2015. What you're seeing is footage from an FA-18 Super Hornet's advanced infrared camera. The pilots track a bizarre, fast-moving object with no visible wings or propulsion. Listen to their reaction. They are clearly baffled. The object rotates, or gimbals, against the wind, a maneuver that defies our current understanding of aerodynamics. They describe seeing a whole fleet of them. What could it be? Advanced drone technology? A weather phenomenon? Or something else entirely? The U.S. government has officially labeled these as Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, or UAPs. That official designation alone makes this case extraordinary. It's one thing for enthusiasts to speculate, but it's another for a world superpower to admit, on the record, that they don't know what these objects are. Next, let's journey to Aguadilla, Puerto Rico. In 2013, a U.S. Customs and Border Protection aircraft captured this thermal imaging video of a strange object flying at low altitude over the town and then out to sea. The object moves at speeds up to 120 miles per hour, zipping around without any apparent means of lift or propulsion. What's truly mind-bending is that it seems to split into two separate objects and then merge back together. Skeptics have suggested it could be a balloon or a bird, but the speed, the maneuvers, and the apparent ability to travel underwater without slowing down make those explanations highly unlikely. The thermal camera shows it's hotter than its surroundings, and it doesn't seem to be affected by the water as it plunges in and out. The official report from a coalition of scientists and investigators concluded that the object exhibited a series of seemingly impossible traits. The fact that this was captured by a government agency using sophisticated equipment lends it a high degree of credibility. Now let's go back to 2004, to one of the most well-documented UFO encounters in modern history, the USS Nimitz incident. This event involves multiple highly credible witnesses, including decorated Navy pilots like Commander David Fravor and Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich. While on a training exercise off the coast of San Diego, they were vectored to investigate strange radar signals. What they found was a smooth, white, tic-tac-shaped object, about 40 feet long, hovering erratically over a disturbance in the water. Fravor described it as moving in ways he couldn't comprehend, with instantaneous acceleration and changes in direction that would be impossible for any known aircraft. When he tried to approach it, the object mirrored his movements and then shot away at a speed he described as like a bullet. Moments later, the object reappeared on the radar of a nearby ship, the USS Princeton, over 60 miles away. This incredible speed and maneuverability are what make the Tic-Tac case so compelling. The accompanying FLIR footage, known as the FLIR 1 video, shows the object locking on and then zipping off screen in a flash. Let's shift our focus to civilian sightings. The Phoenix Lights is a classic case from March 13, 1997. Thousands of people across Arizona, including the then governor, reported seeing a massive V-shaped craft with distinct lights flying silently across the night sky. The event was documented through numerous videos and photographs. Initially, the military claimed the lights were simply flares dropped during a training exercise. However, many witnesses dispute this explanation. They insist that what they saw was a solid, structured craft, miles wide in some estimates, that blotted out the stars as it passed overhead. The sheer number of witnesses from different locations reporting a consistent phenomenon makes this one of the largest mass UFO sightings in history. While some of the lights later in the evening might have been flares, the initial sightings of the giant, silent V-shaped object remain unexplained and are a cornerstone of UFO lore. The discrepancy between the official explanation and the testimony of thousands of credible people is what keeps this mystery alive. Another fascinating piece of footage comes from Kumburgaz, Turkey. Between 2007 and 2009, a night watchman named Yalkin Yalman repeatedly filmed strange lights and objects over the Sea of Marmara. He used a camera with a powerful telephoto lens, allowing for some remarkably clear shots. What makes the Kumburgaz footage stand out is that in some of the zoomed-in frames, you can allegedly see the occupants, or at least silhouettes of humanoid figures, inside the craft. The footage was analyzed by the Scientific and Technological Research Council of Turkey, who initially couldn't debunk it. They concluded the objects had a physical structure and were not the result of computer manipulation or atmospheric effects. Skeptics argue it could be a cruise ship or lights from the shore distorted by atmospheric conditions. However, witnesses and some analysts maintain that the object's appearance and movements are inconsistent with any known conventional vessel or phenomenon. The potential to see occupants, even as blurry figures, makes this footage particularly tantalizing for researchers. Let's head to Chile, where the country's own government agency for investigating aerial phenomena, the CFAA, released a truly puzzling video in 2017. The footage was captured in 2014 by a Chilean Navy helicopter. During a routine coastal patrol, the crew spotted an object flying ahead of them. They tracked it for nearly 10 minutes using a sophisticated infrared camera. The object flew at a similar speed and altitude to the helicopter. What's baffling is that the pilots couldn't see it with their own eyes, only on the infrared sensor. It was invisible on radar as well. At 2 points in the video, the object appears to eject or vent some kind of material, a plume that is also visible in the thermal spectrum. The CFAA investigated the case for 2 years, consulting with experts in multiple fields. They ruled out all conventional explanations: other aircraft, drones, space debris, weather balloons, birds, you name it. After an exhaustive analysis, they labeled it a genuine unidentified aerial phenomenon, admitting they had no explanation for what it was or what it was doing. Finally, we have the Go Fast video, another one of the 3 officially declassified by the Pentagon. Filmed in 2015 by a U.S. Navy jet, this footage shows a small, round object skimming incredibly fast just above the surface of the ocean. The pilots are audibly amazed by its speed. The name Go Fast comes from their excited exclamation. While some analysts, like Mick West, have proposed that this could be an optical illusion, a parallax effect making a slow-moving, cold object like a balloon appear to be moving fast over the water, the pilots' reactions suggest they were witnessing something truly out of the ordinary. They are trained observers, and their surprise is palpable. When you consider the Go Fast video in the context of the gimbal and Flare 1 footage, you see a pattern of Navy personnel encountering objects that behave in ways that defy easy explanation. The cumulative weight of these officially released videos is undeniable. So what are we to make of all this? From military-grade infrared footage to mass civilian sightings, the evidence for unexplained aerial phenomena is mounting. These aren't just grainy, shaky videos from decades past. This is high-resolution footage, often backed by radar data and testimony from highly credible trained observers. While every case has its skeptics and potential prosaic explanations, the truly puzzling ones remain. They challenge our understanding of physics and technology. Are we looking at secret military projects from another nation? Are they natural phenomena we don't yet understand? Or could they be evidence of something truly extraordinary, a non-human intelligence visiting our world? The truth is, we don't know for sure. But the more we look, the more questions we find. What do you think? Which of these cases do you find most convincing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your theories and perspectives. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the unexplained, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to UFO Evidence for more explorations into the mysteries of our universe. Thanks for watching, and keep your eyes on the skies.